Hi folks, just finished our summit climb Sandakphu, which is the Eastern Himalayas, very close to the city of Darjeeling. And from this trek, I actually learned 3 very important lessons which I'd like to share with you. The first one is, learn from the feedback you get from your customers. Learn from areas where you can improve. So this time round, we had a doctor that came with us. Not only did we have a doctor that came with us, we had a vehicle on standby as well. Because on this particular trek, there was a road that was parallel to the track that we were trekking on. And unfortunately, one member got sick, but fortunately, we were all right because we had a doctor with us who was able to treat this, this climber, who happened to be actually one of the kids and one of our youngest ones that we ever had, a 7-year-old, who was super strong throughout the entire journey. But lucky for us, it was something that could be managed, and then he was absolutely fine this morning to enjoy the beautiful views of the Sleeping Buddha, of which part of is Kanchenjunga, the 3rd highest mountain in the world. So that was the first lesson. The second one was, no matter how much you plan, how much you prepare, how much research you do, things can change. And in this particular case, we had a pretty cold few days. It was much cooler than we thought it was going to be. Now, this can result in all sorts of things happening. Some people say, I want to go back. Some are going to be complaining about the cold. You're going to have people that are, wishing that they didn't come. Some are accepting and saying, hey, it's fine, it's cold, we're just going to deal with it. And others just chug along because they say, we're focused on making it to the top and we'll do it no matter what. So you get a range of people. And as a leader, how do you manage them? Do you get angry at the people who aren't thinking the same way you do? No. Instead, you share a lot of compassion. You empathize with them. You listen to them, understand what it is that's the root of the challenges they face. Just like in your team, when something in the office goes wrong, you're going to have all sorts of reactions. And so how do you manage the team? So again, I found that through compassion, through empathy, through listening, I was able to better understand and just give as much love and positivity as I could. Now, maybe that's not the solution for everyone, but at least it raises the level of consciousness and happiness in the room. And finally, the third lesson that I learned was really around communication. And I'm going to share a story that maybe you can all relate to. When you're driving on the street, people may honk. Now, what could be the reason for the honking? One could be, watch out, be careful. Another one could be, oh, you're so foolish, how can you drive like that? Another one may just be, they just love honking and they find it to be a musical instrument, so they keep pressing it, although it doesn't make that nice of a sound. There's one more that I learned today. As we were going on these winding roads up and down the mountain, which aren't that wide, it was a little challenging for 2 cars to pass each other. And when one kind of gave way to the other and supported each other so that they could both either go up, or down, they would give one honk. And that honk was a gesture of just saying thanks. So that again reminds me of communication. When someone is speaking to you, what kind of honk did they give you? And what is the honk that you understood? Because if what they said and what you understood is completely off, you may react in a manner that maybe you'll regret. So next time someone is honking, make sure you understand what the honking is for so that you improve your communication. So to summarize on the 3 points is listen to your customers' feedback and learn on how you can improve moving forward. The second is, when things don't go the way that it was planned, how do you adapt and how do you manage the team? Because everyone comes in with a different characteristic. And third, when communicating, make sure that what was communicated to you is understood so then you don't react the wrong way. Thank you and see you on the next retreat.